This is the most crucial step at having a good relationship, a good long distance relationship, and that is choosing the right one, vetting the right one. Now, I just want to clarify, we are talking about how to vet a woman for a long-term relationship, potentially marriage. So that is what we are going to be talking about today. So let me get right into tip number one is do a social media deep dive. Social media is not just for memes and selfies. It is a treasure trove of information about who somebody really is. Start by checking out her profile. The simple thing is, how many followers do she have? If she has thousands of followers and posts non-stop, you might be dealing with somebody who thrives on attention. What does she post? Is she posting classy or provocative pictures? Is she consistently ranting or posting vague quotes about fake friends? This can give you a window into her mindset. Social media can paint a picture of her priorities, values, lifestyle. If she's consistently flexing designer bags or posting photos that seem overly attention-seeking, ask yourself if that aligns with what you want in a partner. Now, here's a pro tip. Look beyond the post and check her comments, her interactions. Does she engage respectfully or does she thrive on drama? Test her philosophy with videos.
What?
Now, what do I mean by that? Now, if you want to know how she thinks and what she values, a fun and revealing way to do this is by sharing videos with her. For example, send her something like the infamous Cheesecake Factory video. You know.
Open the door for you? Look. Are you're recording me?
Yeah. Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You want to talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about it.
The one where the woman gets upset about being taken there for a date. Ask her what she thinks about it. Her response will tell you a lot about her mindset, values, and expectations. This works because it puts her on the spot in a non-threatening way. Does she agree with your perspective? Does she have her own thoughts? Or does she avoid sharing her opinion altogether? Now, you need to share videos on a variety of topics: gender roles, dating norms, current events, etc., etc. It's a great way to see how aligned you are. It's great for conversation. And when you share these videos, people may try to lie at first, but the more and more you share these videos, the truth will come out. Trust and believe that. Next up is look for reciprocation. Now, relationships are about give and take. So pay attention to how much effort she's actually putting in. Does she return your calls and texts in a timely manner? Is she interested and engaged in the conversation? Or is she just passively responding? Is she initiating communication or plans? Reciprocation shows that she values your time and energy. And if you're the only one doing the heavy lifting, that's a red flag. Remember, effort doesn't have to be equal all the time, but it should feel balanced overall. Now, this is a red flag alert. Be aware of sob stories. If she always has a problem that ends in, "Can you help me out financially?" Run. Now, this is what you need to look out for. Frequent mentions of family emergencies, sudden unexpected expenses with no explanation as to why she can't cover them, subtle guilt trips that lead to her needing money, whether she's asking directly or indirectly. This behavior is massive, a massive red flag. It's exhausting, it's unsustainable, and frankly, manipulative. Relationships are about mutual support, not a one-way ATM. And here's another tip. If you spot this pattern early, cut ties immediately. Don't fall into the trap of thinking that you can fix her financial situation. Healthy disagreements are a must. If she agrees with everything, and I mean everything you say, that's not a sign of compatibility. It's a red flag. And let me tell you why. Healthy relationships involve differing opinions. Men and women naturally think differently, and those differences lead to growth and better problem solving. If she always agrees with you, she may be hiding her true self just to keep you around. Disagreements are normal, even healthy in a relationship. They show that she's authentic and confident enough to voice her opinion. If she never disagrees, she may be masking her real feelings. And that's not a good foundation for trust. And trust is the cornerstone of a relationship. Now, this next tip, just bear with me because it sounds kind of counterintuitive, but it's not. I call this the money test. Now, this is about testing intentions. And you're gonna test these intentions with a little financial experiment. Now, the money test and things like this is gonna come about naturally. You don't really need to go out and seek a time and a place to run this like test. You just really need to be aware of when it happens, because it's gonna come a time where she's gonna say something or you want to do something for her. That's just natural. A man is gonna want to do something for his potential girl or his girl. So you don't have to, figure out a time and all of these things like that to run this actual test. It's gonna come natural. Your job is to be aware of how she reacts. So let me get into it. So money, really has a unique way of revealing somebody's character. While you don't just want to be, stingy in a relationship, you also don't want to be exploited. So just give her a small financial gesture after you built some rapport, and this can help you determine whether she's genuinely interested in you or just what you can provide. Now, timing is key. Don't pull your wallet out during the first week, even the first month of talking. Let the relationship grow organically. And that's what I said before. Just let it grow organically. The money test is going to come up. It's going to come up organically anyway. You just need to be paying attention. Now, what you do is you just, like I say, you offer a small amount, whatever you're going to offer her, $50 to $200 or whatever. And it's going to be thoughtful. It's going to be thoughtful and non-transactional. Like, you're not gonna say, yeah, I want this for that or whatever like that. But then you just see how she reacts. If she's genuinely appreciative and says something like, oh, that was so kind of you, but you didn't have to. And then the topic moves on. That's a good sign. If she starts hinting or outright asking for more money after that, that's a huge red flag. Now, here are common red flags to watch for during this money test. Sudden problems appear. As soon as you sent the money, she suddenly has emergencies popping up left and right. Her family fridge is broken, her car won't start, a cousin needs surgery. These problems never seem to end. She gets too comfortable asking for money. She starts casually mentioning financial struggles or implies that you should help her out again. She might see you as a easy target. Lack of gratitude. If she accepts the money without genuine thanks, or worse, acts like it wasn't good enough, she's likely entitled or manipulative. Now, why this actually works is by giving her a small amount, you essentially fast track to her true intentions. If she's with you for a genuine reason or the money, is she using you? She will see that. Now, the reason why this works is because you're gonna be fast tracking her true intentions. And so is it going to be genuine reasons, or will it reveal that she's actually using you? She'll see this as a open door to exploit your generosity. Now, this saves your time. Say you give her $100. Well, it took $100 to reveal her true colors. That's a bargain. Compare that to investing months of your time, energy, emotions, only to realize she was never serious about you. And here's another tip. If the money test exposes red flags, don't wait for them to turn green. Red flags rarely change. It's time to cut ties and move on. So let's say you vetted her through texts, calls, and video chats. And now it's time to meet her in person. Pay close attention to how she acts. If she's overly eager to get you back to her room already, talking about hooking up before y'all even had dinner, that's probably a red flag. Why? It's natural for first meetings to be a little awkward. This is someone you've only known virtually. If she's just too comfortable, it could mean, keyword could mean, that she's used to running game on foreign men. While she might have a bubbly personality, be cautious, because if she's overly forward, this isn't about being proved. It's about making sure her intentions are genuine. Next up, we're going to talk about the infamous body count. So body count is not just the number in itself, but it's the behaviors and patterns that often correlate with the body count. Now, why does this matter? Because a person's past experiences shape how they approach relationships, including long distance ones. Now, for starters, it's important to understand that when we discuss body count, we're not just being judgmental or shallow. It's about recognizing patterns that might impact the longevity and the quality of a relationship. Now, why does it matter? It matters because for many women, it's not natural. It's not in their DNA to engage in so much casual relationships frequently. This is just rooted in biology. Women are generally more selective because they've historically faced higher stakes in the relationship. You know, think about pregnancy, safety, resources. When a woman has a high number of partners, she might struggle with emotional bonding, also known as pair bonding. If she's been in and out of so many casual relationships, it could lead to emotional detachment. She may find it harder to connect on a deeper level because the pattern of a short-term relationship has rewired her emotional responses. Also, usually a high body count often comes with a repeated exposure to negative experiences. The result, she may carry a men are trash attitude or expect the worst in every situation. If she's seen too much of the bad side of dating, she may approach your relationship with skepticism instead of optimism. Now, let's keep it 100. If somebody's life has been a revolving door of relationships, you have to ask, are they ready for something long term? While people can change and grow, a history of casual or short-lived relationships may indicate difficulties in committing or maintaining stability. Now, the tricky part is you can't really outright ask, what's your body count? I mean, you can, but you're not gonna get the truth. So this is what you can do. Pay attention to how she talks about past relationships. Does she have a long list of exes or describe her dating life as very chaotic? This could be a clue. Watch for certain narratives. If she often says things like all men are the same or complains about being hurt repeatedly, it could be a sign she's had a lot of partners and hasn't healed from those experiences. Also, notice her attitude towards exclusivity. Does she value monogamy or does she casually mention past hookups and situationship. Her approach to relationships might reveal her past habits. Now, let me give a clean cut example. All right. So you do not need to ask directly, because oftentimes people reveal themselves without even knowing it. All of these things are going to be revealed naturally. Everything that I've said, every strategy that I have said is going to be revealed naturally. All you have to do is pay attention. Now, let me give you an example. Let's say you're a photographer with 20 years of experience and you meet another photographer and y'all start talking about cameras, techniques, photography, things like that. And because of the conversation, you can quickly gauge their level of expertise. You'll notice if they're new to the craft based on how they speak, the type of questions that they ask, the excitement level. The same applies here. When you're having a conversation with her, listen closely. Does she seem to know a little too much? Does she know a little too little? Does her perspective align more with somebody who is experienced? People's experiences and conversations leave clues. So it's your job to pay attention. Vetting isn't about being overly suspicious. It's about protecting your time, energy, and heart. So go forth and be smart, and may your long distance relationship be everything you dreamed of. And also, if you want to know what it could look like if you get the vetting process wrong, check this video out right here.